And if you don't like Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc,
What is wrong with you?
He is so... Welcome back, everybody, to this week's segment of movie news with your real chums.
Quick update. We just wanted to let you know, thank you for being patient with us. We have been dealing with life.
Yeah.
We are planning some great stuff for the podcast episode. We've been loving seeing you guys watch it. If you haven't watched any of our podcast episodes, be sure to check it out up here because we have a whole first season and we're in season 2. Plenty of content for you to consume and to get up and running. In any case, let's hop into this first story.
Let's talk movies. We got the announcement of now the third movie of the Knives Out saga? Knives Out trilogy?
The Benoit
Blanc trilogy.
I don't know if it's a trilogy because they might make more. So,
I hope they make more.
So
That's
I would
true.
say just the Benoit Blanc, the next Benoit Blanc movie.
Yeah. So we have a title for the movie called Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery.
I love it.
I think it's great. So they've all kind of kept the titles for the movies have come from a lyric from either the Beatles. This one's from U2.
Oh, okay.
So Wake Up Dead Man and announced so far. Obviously, Daniel Craig returning back as Benoit Blanc, but we just heard that Andrew Scott, famous most recently for Ripley.
I did finish that recently.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
It's great.
It's wonderful.
It's really good. Anyways, he's been cast along with Josh O'Connor and Kaylee Spaney. So
Of
Priscilla, most recently Priscilla.
Yeah. Okay.
And Josh was a big hit. I haven't seen it in Challengers, the Zendaya tennis movie.
Oh, okay. I've heard nothing but amazing things.
I've heard
I
great things.
really want to go see it in theaters. It's just I don't know if it'll happen with my new work schedule and stuff. But I'm looking forward to probably purchasing that one or renting it. I've seen a whole bunch of VFX breakdowns with this tennis thing that's happening, but pretty awesome to see them or get another role.
I'm excited for this. I mean, we did Knives Out and we did Glass Onion.
Check them out.
Season 1. I'm excited for this.
Me too. I mean, Rian Johnson is apparently he is going to be writing and directing this one again.
Correct.
He did not direct the last one. Is that correct?
No, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he directed them. Look, these are great because of Benoit Blanc, just a weird, funny character.
He's so great.
I think obviously these are famous just because of the massive cast, the ensemble that they get. I'm excited to see who else they pull into this.
Me too.
I really am excited. But if you saw the teaser for it, it has a voiceover from what's his name, from Benoit Blanc. It's on Twitter. And he says in his fun little accent, this is his most dangerous case that he's taken. So
Okay.
I'm excited. I love these movies, and I'm glad. But it's slated for 2025. That's quick. That's next year.
That's great. That's what I want. I want them to announce and say, like, you're going to get it next year, and us, like, oh, great. And then we forget about it, and then it's like, oh, it's here. And then I'm like, I got to go sit in theaters and watch Daniel Craig do his Benoit Blanc.
What's tricky, though, and if you read the article here in Variety, is that they actually aren't sure if it's going to Netflix. Because the first one, right, had...
Yeah.
Then they bought the rights for the second one.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't have a distributor yet.
It doesn't have a distributor.
At least they haven't announced if it's going to Netflix or if it's just going to be distributed.
I would be. Look, if Netflix doesn't do it, which would be shocking.
Yeah.
Honestly, Amazon's gonna get it. I think Amazon might come, or
he did
or go ahead.
What was the one that we also talked in season 1? I just forgot it. The one that he produced.
Oh yeah, Peacock. It's from
Peacock, right? I just forgot it. With
Poker
Natasha,
Face.
Poker Face. So maybe he takes it to.
He already has connections there.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean that would be a pretty good place to put it. No, it wouldn't. Maybe.
I remember in that episode, I talked about how I was surprised that Poker Face was not on Netflix because obviously he had to deal with Glass Onion. Natasha Lyonne was doing at that moment tons of stuff with Netflix.
Correct.
So maybe the relationship with Netflix isn't there anymore.
I don't know. If it's not Amazon, maybe I could see Peacock because of that connection. But I could also see Apple TV.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be Apple TV's thing. Maybe. It's a tough call. it could be that they're like, you know what, we want to take the call, or we want to take it and we'll bring it on. I'm here for it. You have a quote here. You say, is this you're just did you?
Yeah, I just had my notes. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for this. But let's talk about the next.
Are you guys excited for Daniel Craig reprising his role as Benoit Blanc? If so, let us know why in the comments.
And if you don't like Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc,
what is wrong with you?
He is so great. I'd be happy if he just plays this role for the rest of his life.
I know.
Oh, I love it. Okay, our next segment. I think we're gonna have a unique segment every week for Sony Spider-Man related stuff.
Okay.
Because I just love dogging on this.
You do. This is the headline he gave me. The real reason.
The real reason. Okay, so a couple weeks ago we talked about how it got delayed.
Yes,
right?
we did.
Obviously, it got pushed to December. Collider sat down with the producer, Matt Tolmach, and he gave the real reason. I'm going to read what he says.
Please do.
Now, listener or viewers and Danny, as I read this, I'm trying very hard to not be sarcastic as I read this. Okay, I can't help it, but this is the relationship I have with Sony and their Spider-Man movie. Why don't you read it?
Okay, where is this?
See if you cannot be sarcastic as you read this.
Is it the blue box?
It's right here.
Okay, so this is a quote from
Matt Tolmach, the producer.
Okay, so Matt Tolmach, he says, quote, Kraven moved to Christmas because we're excited about it, and Christmas is the best release period there is. When you get people with time to go back to the movies over and over again, that was a real reflection of how the studio felt about the movie. We're really excited, but that's a great move that reflects just the feeling about the movie.
When you tell me several times that you're really excited,
not only that you're real excited,
that was a real reflection of how the studio felt. No. Look,
and that he's expecting people to watch this over and over again. Dude, it's a rated R movie.
Rated R movie during Christmas, so families are not going to this.
No, families are not going to this.
No. Which is what you want to release during the holidays so that people can go over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then you have Wicked. You're not going to compete against Wicked.
No. That thing's going to freaking...
It's
gonna rule the box office.
You have the animated Lord of the Rings movie, which
oh yes,
it's just so much hype around that. That's coming out the week prior to that.
We haven't got a trailer for that. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. So no, Kraven the Hunter. it's just not gonna work.
And you got Mufasa.
Yeah, no. Now that I think about it, why? Please, people at Sony, just. I just don't get it.
I didn't even watch. Sorry, this is a tangent. I just need to say this.
Have you seen Madam?
No, I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I literally watched some other YouTuber breakdown on something, and I watched 10 minutes. I'm like, I just watched the entire movie, and not only that, I realized how much of an atrocity that movie was put together with. What's your bucket?
Dakota Johnson,
who just is a robot. I'm sorry, Dakota. If you're watching this,
look. My issue is not the people in these movies.
No, they're not. No, well, maybe Dakota Johnson, but
no. I think she got on set and realized, what is this?
Yeah. No, I don't. Disagree.
And then realized, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Have bacon.
I think everybody thought that.
But the problem here is Sony and just. They're really wanting to build their own MCU just with Spider-Man characters,
and it's
not landing.
No.
And so you viewers, don't watch these movies. If you want them to stop making them, don't go and watch them. I haven't seen any of these in theaters on principle.
I think I did. I think I watched Venom 1. I think I watched Venom 1 and Let There Be Carnage in theaters. But I haven't watched any of the other ones.
Look.
But, I have to do it out of principle now.
So Jerry Bruckheimer has talked about Pirates.
Yes, we had it in the news a couple weeks ago. That they want to reboot it.
Yep, and now he came back and he said that, Jeff Nathanson, who wrote the last Pirates movie, he's also writing this one. In that they're approaching it as a reboot. But a couple things that stood out to me. One, Bruckheimer talking about Nathanson. He's cracked it. He's got an amazing third act. We just got to clean up the first and the second act, and we'll get there. But he wrote a great third act. This is a common practice in screenplay writing where you really, where do I want this story to end at?
Yeah.
And then you kind of build your first and second act into that. So,
which, I mean, to be fair, the Pirates film franchise have had pretty spectacular style third acts.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think that's why there's a lot to love in the series. And so if they want, I think that's great to hear from Bruckheimer to say like, hey, we got something great here. Him saying that it's great means it probably is.
I'm hoping. There's so much potential still here.
Yes.
Right? We've talked about this. Second thing that stood out to me, one, he does say that it's a reboot, but if it was up to me, he, meaning Johnny Depp, would be in it. So he wishes he could have Jack Sparrow back. I'm glad we don't.
Yeah, I mean, why would you not want? Dude, it was like such it literally became such an iconic character.
No, he made it his own character. I think he even says here he created Captain Jack. That was not on the page. That was him doing a little Pepe Le Pew and Keith Richards. That was his interpretation of Jack Sparrow. Look, no, it's great. I do think those last two movies, like, everyone just looked tired in that movie.
Yeah, they did. I'm excited to see something come out and to have a reboot, to bring the franchise back to life for new moviegoers. I mean, it was a big part of my upbringing when it comes to movies. I think part of that was the musicality of it.
I just watched the first one a couple weeks ago.
Dude, it's so amazing.
It's so good. I think I told you, I go watch our episode on Jurassic Park and The Last Crusade. Okay, I argue these are perfect screenplays.
Yes,
that first one is a perfect screenplay.
I want to say it's. I would It is almost. I would say it's probably perfect. It's. I mean,
and just the practicality of being on a boat and the waves.
Oh, it's so good.
It is a great movie.
It holds up so well.
Oh yeah.
I watch it. Yeah. It's just.
It's great. The last thing on this though, he does bring up the fact that Disney wanted to do that Margot Robbie female-led Pirates.
Yeah.
Margot talked about it a year ago. She said it's probably not happening. Bruckheimer, however, says it's two different movies. We hope to get them both made, and I think Disney agrees they really want to make the Margot one too.
Oh, that'd be great.
So
I think two different movies in set different time periods, or just who knows?
That's it.
Anyways,
that's it.
I love it. I would love it.
You'd be dumb to not use Margot Robbie right now.
And yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Last but not least, maybe this is another segment we have of Disney news. We always talk about Disney, which makes sense. Look, if you didn't hear, Pixar did a 14% layoffs.
That's that's
this past week.
That can be really substantial for the size of company they are.
175 employees. Now, the reason because of this is because, and look, I'm going to read it. They're changing their strategy from just mass production of stuff to more creative and strategic content, they say. One, I feel like that's a diss on everyone that...
Yeah, 100%.
Being let go. We just had you here for...
Listen, guys. You guys are here just to fill seats.
Yeah.
To make sure people who really mattered, needed the little help they needed. The rest of you, not essential.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Just could have been worded differently. Obviously, none of the... They're very clear that no leadership is being impacted by this.
Okay. Well, of course.
Corporations, man. Sometimes.
They really said no leadership?
Yeah, no, they specifically pointed out it was animators, specifically animators that were getting impacted by this.
This is just... Look, if anything, Sony Studios, huge crop to pick from.
Yeah, that's true.
Pick these people up, take their talents, and put them in your teams and help them, let them share their nuggets of wisdom that they've learned over from Pixar. Because, to me, I'm Pixar's, some of the gold standard, is the gold standard for a lot of animation stuff.
Was.
Touche.
Look, I've shared this. I feel like Pixar, I think Pixar got obviously impacted a lot during the pandemic because they released 3 movies straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Bob Chapek, former CEO, he really just wanted to grow Disney Plus. Now you have Bob Iger that's come back and he's saying, no, we should have not done that. We should have really waited, pushed these to major release in theaters. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is a huge bummer. It was estimated to be 20% reduction, but they only did 14. So some good news there.
That's good. That is good. I do hope that the animators out here land great jobs in other locations that will just help bolster animation studios animation studios left and right are the ones that get in the most beatings across Hollywood.
Yeah.
I hope that either new studios pop up or, whatever. There's just talent out there that is. I don't want it to go to waste because I mean, some of the best movies that in the past little bit have been some animated movies. I mean, look at Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, right? Like, come on.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Freaking right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you've not seen that movie, I cannot express to you how much you should go and watch it this weekend.
Go, watch it.
It's so good.
Anyways, that's this week's news.
Good stuff.
Bummer. Yeah. What are your thoughts around all this information? And if there's anything this upcoming week that you want us to discuss next week, put it in the comments, link it, and we'll address it.
Talk to you later.
Later, guys.